Happy Valentine's Day. It's first versus third. I'm pretty sure Notts have played on Valentine's Day more than any other date. A few games from over the years, we drew 2-2 against home to Exeter when we were 2-0 down after 90 minutes. Beat Barnet here 4-1 a few years ago in our promotion season. We're 5 unbeaten against Bromley. However, 4 of them are draws. And we've only ever won once at their ground, and that was last season on my birthday. And we went top of the league. But this game loves a draw, as shown by the reverse fixture. They've not lost at home this season, but have been doing quite well away recently. We've won 6 in a row. However, it was this time last season where our season started to go off the rails when we lost to Port Vale. Do not let history repeat itself. Come on, Notts, come on, pies. Let's do this. Team news. Connor Grant is in for Tyrese Hall. Tangen's on the bench. Palmer and Jatta not fit enough to make the squad. They've done a barrow and managed to unimprove the ground. There's now less space in this away than there was when they had a garden fence behind it in non-league. Great ball by, I think it was Cerula, to put Dennis in behind. He should have hit it first time he took a touch, and that basically was the end of the chance. And then they had 3 corners in a row when Robbo was robbed off the ball in possession. According for football, Bromley are 1-0 up. I can confirm I'm here and they're not 1-0 up. Really good football by Notts. Good build up involving Jones, Cerula and McCauley. Ball was headed back in by Bordeaux, but Dennis tried the bicycle kick when he took it under control. And he didn't connect with it well. Bouncy shot there. Cerula went to take on another Teo and went down in the area. 13th chest. Yeah. Teo used his massive chest.
It's like going around a brick wall.
I know. Well, would you believe that? Jody Jones gets absolutely kicked in the corner. 20 seconds later, Bromley have a free kick. They eventually score from it. It looks like a goal, but I think it might be cheek. I don't know. Decent play by Notts here. We got it forward well. The long ball through to Grant, and then we built up nicely. Cerula with a great ball in, and Dennis just didn't go on the end of it. He connects with it. It's 1-1, but and then McCoy headed wide from the cross that came back in. Or maybe a header. Half time, 1-0 Bromley. About 30 seconds before they got their free kick that led to their goal, which is a Matt Dennis own goal. Jones was fouled. Then they got free kick, then it scored. We've had a penalty shot down here from Cerula. We'll have to look back on the replay on it. Dennis should have really got on the end of a Cerula cross. Jody's looked threatening. We need to play through these with passes. We look good when we got it on the floor, but we need to start doing it more. Jody Jones got down their wing back, got down their full back, take him down, and he converts. Everywhere we go, watching Super County, putting on the show. Tell you what, we've actually been off. I think we're quite good this all so far. We deserve the equaliser. To be honest, it should have gone in 0-0. We should have gone in 0-0 at half time. The game was a poor spectacle. But then Grant releases Jones. Jones should have shot, he cut in, or he didn't shoot. I don't know if we're going to spread it or not, because it's quite, the view's quite a distance from here. But Robbo, and then I think it's been given us a free kick to Bromley. He went down, but we didn't get the pen. But those been booked because he's quite rightly criticised the officials who have got no control of the game.
Playing style.
Somebody got him.
They brought Nicky Kabamba on, so now they've got about 8 of them on the pitch who are over 6 foot.
It is like playing
Space Jam.
Space Jam. Yeah, it is.
It's like playing Space Jam, yeah, pretty
Honestly,
much. Thing is, we've got to be careful, because like I said, when we were 2-1 up in the reverse fixture, they can score a goal out of nothing. It can, like, it'll take about 8 deflections and it'll go in. Liam Love and Harold Tangan are on. Off have come Conor Grant and Tommy Openda. Fair play to Conor Grant, by the way. He's had a good game. I can't fault him. He's worked hard, picked his pass as well, won the ball back where he's needed. Okay, obviously it's still missing sometimes in the final third, but I cannot fault him today. We deserve something from this game though. We've been good this off. We deserve something. But that's 10 men. Robbo's been sent off. It's completely his fault and all. He lost the ball. It's McDonald, Ness, and Tyrese Hall are all on. Don't worry. McCory's off. Dennis is off. Jones is off. We've limited these to barely anything this off. That guy was fighting the back post. Oh, Andy Woodman's moaning again, what a surprise. Good, about time. Graham McDonald with an unbelievable block at the back post. We deserve a point, we deserve at least a point. Play nuts. That was a bit lively, wasn't it, in the end? What, in my opinion, is a fair result. I felt both sides probably edged either half. Bromley first half, not second half. Really, the talking points coming out of it mainly involved decisions made by the referee, and it's not really something you want to talk about. You want to talk about your own side's performance, but yes, I'm afraid in this analysis, I'm going to have to talk about the decisions made by the referee. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to, because they were the main talking points through the game. Early on, Dennis was played through, but instead of taking a shot first time, he decided to take a touch, and that meant the chance went missing. Bromley had 3 successive corners that we dealt with. There was a moment where we crossed it from the right-hand side to the back post. I think Badeau heads it back in, and then Dennis just can't get a clear connection on a bicycle kick. And then decision number 1 happens. So we have the ball in the corner on the left-hand side. Jones tries to flick it up. The Bromley player connects with him and Jones goes down. Nothing is given. And about 15 to 20 seconds later, Bromley have a free kick where Tommy Openda breathes on Idris Odeteo and they win a free kick from it. And it is the most softest, and looking back on it now, I just think, how on earth is that a free kick? But we don't deal with it, as Pato said in his post-match, we don't deal with the free kick, and Dennis, it's a brilliant header by Dennis, but it's just a shame it's in the wrong net. How he's managed to score that whilst missing the chances he did against Crewe and Barrow is beyond me, but fair play to the guy. I think throughout the game we limited Bromley to very little clear-cut chances in front of goal, especially in the second half. What we did very well in the second half in limiting them. We did have a chance where good play down our right-hand side ended with a cross to the back post, and Dennis just mistimes his header, and if he does not mistime his header, it's an equaliser. Second half, though, we were better. We upped our intensity. We started playing the passes quicker, winning the ball higher up. I thought Grant and Jones were linking really well and winning the ball back in good areas to help us counter-attack when Bromley had the ball on the halfway line. Jonesy's misses a really good ball by Matty Platt as well. Excellent ball, completely catches their fullback off guard. And if I'm going to be honest, I've looked at this back, and you know what, I've looked at most clips of this, like the key decisions in this game, like, I've watched them numerous times over to just check. It's a definite foul. That's for sure. It's a definite foul on Jody Jones. It's a booking. But it's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. It happens outside the box. And if I'm being, like, as through rose-tinted Knox glasses as I possibly can, it's on the line. It's on the 18-yard line. Yeah, it's you know, the decisions leading up to both goals are steeped in should they really have been given. But Jones converts the spot kick. He does what he does with a penalty. And then a few minutes later, we have a chance where Jones is sent down the left-hand side. He cuts in. He makes the right choice by cutting in, but his shot lacks power. He probably should have aimed for the top corner. And then it goes to Robertson. Now, key point during the game. Robbo gets booked for this. He gets booked for diving. The penalty isn't given. Their player slides in. Robbo knows it's coming. Cuts in. If their player has took away Robertson's leg, which is nearest to the ball, which is his right leg, and has made him fall like that with both legs going towards the goal, then it's a penalty. If it's his left leg, just his left leg, then I can see why he hasn't given it. However, this is where we have an issue with consistency in refereeing. For me, Bromley can feel fortunate to get away with this one, because it's more of a penalty than the one on Jody. Because obviously, the Jody one was outside the area. Now, we have issues these days with referees and consistency. Michael Cheek never got booked once for diving. All game. The man who has so often scored against us, and in both games this season, he's done nothing against us. There's a moment in the second half as well. The ball goes long. Robbo's near him. The guy just falls over. He just falls over and drags Robbo down with him. Like, that's embarrassing. Robbo gets sent off. I mean, that one was a second yellow. Whether he should have received his first yellow card is up for debate. But it's a poor pass nonetheless. And then they have a few shots in, like two shots in at a time that go over the bar. They have a crossing at a time where Nicky Kabambo runs into Jacob Badeau and just, I mean, but the ball comes in. Let's say the ball comes in. It's not properly dealt with. It's scramble. It's a proper scramble in the area. This time we've got Lucas Ness on, by the way. So we've literally got every centre back we can possibly play, bar Macari, who's gone off. Bodies on the line stuff. Badeau throws himself in there to stop Cheek. Cheek's trying to get hold of the ball. And Badeau tries to block any chance of Cheek trying to get a shot off with his right leg. And Badeau's not going anywhere at this point. He's on the ground. His left leg, Cheek's in front of it. Badeau's left leg is behind Cheek and his right leg's in front of it. Right? Badeau's right leg is not going anywhere. Like, it's not going anywhere. He can't move. And this is before Ness comes in and makes any sort of contact. Cheek goes down in stages. First on his knees, then on his front. If anything, and I've seen it from both angles, if anything, I'd go as far to say is he initiates the contact. Badeau's stationary right leg should not be enough to make a guy who has built as strong as Michael Cheek to go down like that. Unless Badeau's leg literally swipes him and completely takes him off his feet, which it didn't because it didn't move. It shouldn't make Cheek go down on his knees and then on his front. It shouldn't make him go down in stages. I'm not usually one to point out decisions and like go over them all the time, but like I feel like this is needed because it was a lot of big talking points during the game. The game rightfully ends in a draw. It probably should have been a goalless draw, but it ends in a deserved draw. It was a fair result. Don't think either team did enough to win the game, and we were both the better team in either half. I thought Jody Jones was really good. Conor Grant as well had a good game. Never been a massive fan of Conor Grant, especially when he's in possession. But our possession, he works really hard. And he pressed well and won the ball back in good areas. Jones was really good for us. Got some dangerous crosses in. Always looking a threat. I thought the defenders were excellent. And a massive kudos to Rob McDonald in the other time. What a tackle. What a block. 84 points. That's the target. 8 wins and 2 draws. If you've enjoyed the vlog, give it a like, comment down below your thoughts on the game. Stay subscribed if you're subscribed, subscribe if you're new. Be safe, be champions, and as always, Toulouse.